Hello and welcome to today's LOL Esports Roundup. We're going to cover a bit of news and then recap today's loser bracket matchup at MSI 2023 and preview tomorrow's. Let's make sure I'm recording. I am. So the news, Weibo Gaming have announced that Danny will be their coach. Danny was on the Damwon Kia 2020 World Championship staff. He is a world champion coach. The rumors were that they were going to get a former world champion coach. Now, a lot of people thought Coma. Coma wasn't it. Danny is who they have. Danny also coached T1 for a short period of time. He is 68-40 in his career in the regular season. We'll see how he does. He has been with talented players before, obviously, working with DK and T1. So, the roster he has is surely capable of going to Worlds. I'd argue if players performed up to their, potential, they are past their potential. 4 of them are pretty old. But if they play to where they should be, Weibo would be going to Worlds. Predictions. I'm 17-3. A lot of people picked BLG to win 3-1. That is what occurred. Shun was my MVP. Elk went 25-10-24, 38% of damage. On 5-9-59. That means the bot lane of BLG combined went 30 kills, 19 deaths, and 83 assists. Yike 14-12-26 with 29% of G2's damage. He led the way in the loss. Now, Shun was my MVP despite not being listed on here because I thought I thought all 4 games he had impact. Game 1, his Wukong stuck out at times. I did think Elk was stronger. I thought Yagao was stronger than Shun in Game 1, but Shun also did his job. And really, that's all you can ask for. In Game 2, Shun was on Sejuani. I've said it before, he is not a facilitator. He's very one-dimensional, which is why I rank him the way I do in the regard I hold him in is because he's one-dimensional. I do not want him on Sejuani or Vi, despite his win rate on Vi and the like. And he got out to an early lead. Really made some things happen alongside On. It made me even consider making On MVP, at least for that game. I thought that if it wasn't for the fact that Shun was getting the kills on a Sejuani, BLG probably don't throw that game, which is what they did. They had a decent gold lead in the mid game and then threw it, and G2 were able to pounce and able to scale. Hansama in Game 1 and Game 2 on the Jinx was very, very good. Yike doing his job. I thought Broken Blade had moments where he stood out. Caps looked like dog again. I would be concerned about that going into summer if I'm G2. Is it just a bad year? Maybe he's not old. But it is definitely, he is the weak link on this team right now, which is incredible to think. Mickey on the Blitzcrank really looked almost like Hillesung would. Very good hooks, but sometimes he'd hook and it's like, why are you hooking that guy? And then would die. Definitely questionable. Game 3, G2 would actually get out to an early lead and out teamfight BLG in the early to early mid game. And then Shun took over. Shun was very good. I think he was on Wukong in Game 3 as well. Either he was on Viego in 3, Wukong in 4, or vice versa. And came through in team fights, and really his Cyclones were on point, his clones were on point. He was very, very good in the team fights. Despite not dealing a ton of damage, he was able to clean things up and create CC, and I thought that was super integral to their comeback in Game 3, which, if you really think about it, BLG being down 2-1, the way that some of the players are, in my opinion, in terms of mental, G2 could have won. If G2 doesn't throw Game 3, they're up 2-1 going into Game 4. I think they win this. Because I wouldn't be shocked if Bin would get tilted or Shun would get a little antsy, or even the bot lane of BLG, which I thought, despite Elk doing well on the Aphelios, at times Hansama did get the better of him. Actually, G2's bot lane did get the better of them in some games in the laning phase, which is not great for BLG if they want to be able to beat JDG the next time around, or T1, or even Gen G for that matter. Their bot lane needs to perform better because right now it's performing like the fourth best. Game 4, BLG just kind of blew the doors off G2, in my opinion. Just so much better. The Viego for Shun, super impactful. I use these same terms all of the time because honestly, that's what it was. It came through and he made things happen on the champion, which matters because Yike was on Gragas and he was doing some things, but not nearly as much as Shun was when it came to getting kills and getting his teammates ahead. BB was on Jason game 4, and I didn't even really realize it until it was mid-game, because I'm watching this, after I get out of work, and I'm like, damn, is he doing anything? And really, he wasn't. So he wasn't really anywhere to be found. I thought Bin's Jax was very good in this series as well. G2's bot lane though, I'm surprised they were able to do as well as they did. That's good. Yike doing well. If I'm G2, if I'm a G2 fan, seeing Yike perform this well as a rookie at his first international event is a big deal. Even though it is at home, I still think it's very telling of maybe the future that Yike has over the next few years here. Hopefully he can build on it and go to Worlds, and I think G2 are definitely a team that, if they play around Yike, have potential to, maybe win a, get out of groups or something. You know what I'm saying? I think that he is super talented. One-dimensional, but super talented. Sneak peek for tomorrow, C9 Gen G. Last matchup was Worlds 2021. Gen G would sweep C9 in quarters. You don't see anybody down here. That's because we haven't had players cross paths before in this matchup. So Gen G's complete roster is different from 2021. Let's start there. In 2021, it was Rascal in top lane, Clid in the jungle, BDD, Ruler, and Life. All 5 no longer with Gen G. So then we have to look and say to ourselves, well, did Chovy play Eminez? No, because Eminez hasn't been to an international event. And I even looked to see if Eminez played in CK at all, and he did not, at least according to Games of Legend. So I couldn't even, dig deep to see if he played Chovy when they were both, very, prospects. Blabber and Peanut, they have not faced off, despite Peanut being around forever, and Blabber being, around since 2018 internationally. Fudge and Doran have not crossed paths either. So, and Delight hasn't played internationally, and Pays is a rookie. So, with that in mind, the only two possibilities were top and jungle, and they haven't faced off. So, the way I look at this, which young bot laner is going to perform? Berserker has had opportunities already internationally where Pays not as many, and I think Pays is fabulous. I do think he's very, very, very good. So this bot lane is going to be interesting. Eminez has to coin flip mid if he wants any chance in hell against Chovy. But, we'll see what happens. It's definitely a series. A series will take place tomorrow between these two teams. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Like I said yesterday, we are voting on our second class for our Hall of Fame for players. If you are a person that has some knowledge about League of Legends history and want to pick 6 of the 16 players we nominated for the second round, you can do that there. And yeah, so that's that. Become a YouTube supporter, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.